to you tonight. We ask for your guidance and guiding the city of Boonville. We ask for you to look over our military personnel. Amen.
Amen. Roll call.
Carter.
Here.
Venable.
Here.
Dorman. Here. Stock.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Meadows. Here. Bozarth.
Here.
Hurt.
Here. We have a quorum. In fact, we're unanimous. Hearing of citizens' comments. Brad is obviously not here, so we won't hear from him. Anybody else? Okay. Approval of the minutes of the November 18th, 2019 council meeting. Are there any changes, corrections by the council? So they will stand as submitted. Thank you. Consent items. Item A, consider pay request number 3 from Concrete Solutions LLC in the amount of $18,128.62 for Crone Street curb and gutter improvements, Phase 3. Item B, consider change order number 1 from Concrete Solutions LLC Incorporated in the amount of $10,866.21 credit for Crone Street curb and gutter improvements, Phase 3. Is there a motion?
Mayor, make a motion to be approved.
Thank you, Morris. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brad. Any discussion?
Mayor, are we gonna fix that street pretty soon, or what's?
Well, I don't know the plan on the street. This is just on the curbs, but you're right.
It needs bad.
That street does need some work. So we'll put that on the list.
Okay.
Thanks, Henry. Anything else? Roll call.
Carter.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Dorman. Yes. Stock.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Bozarth.
Yes.
Hurt.
Yes.
Okay, you have in front of you excuse me, the presentation of accounts and claims.
Ordinance appropriating money. Be it ordained by the council of the city of Boonville as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of paying salaries and various accounts against the city of Boonville which have been allowed by the council at the regular meeting thereof on December 2nd, 2019, the sum of $411,208.72. General fund, $156,778.95. Sanitation, $18,489.65. CIP tax, $28,906.50. Waterworks, $163,868.23. Capital projects, $27 even. Wastewater, $29,488.12. Tourism, $6,197.03. Gaming, $5,370 even. Parks and Water, $2,083.24. Section 2. The accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks on the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above, amounting to $411,208.72, being the total amount of money above appropriated. Section 3. This ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage, first reading on December 2nd, 2019. Read for the second time the second day of December 2019, since the copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Second reading, title only.
Ordinance appropriating money.
Mayor, make a motion to be approved.
Thank you, Morris. Second. Whitney, thank you. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Carter.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Dorman.
Yes.
Stock.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Bozarth.
Yes.
Hurt.
Yes.
Unfinished business. Second reading of bill number 2019-033, authorizing execution of a lease agreement with State Fair Community College.
An ordinance of the city of Boonville, Missouri, authorizing and approving a lease agreement by and between the city of Boonville, Missouri and State Fair Community College for the purpose of operating a community college and associated activities at Science Hall on the Kemper campus, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay. Mike is the second. We have a motion and a second. Of course, you've had an opportunity to go through this. This is the lease agreement on State Fair. Any questions?
Yeah, just one question on that. I was reading through the lease at the last meeting. I know there's something, the amount that was set up, but if the library moves in, then that part of the lease on that building goes away, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it didn't really spell that out.
Yeah,
but I
there was
assume-
just a portion kind of in there where it said that should a new owner occupy Library Learning Center, then they need to arrange
Now-
accommodations with the new owner.
Now, State Fair's still gonna have the bottom floor,
They just have their network
their
closet.
IT floor, yeah.
It's maybe a 6x8 closet. It's a
Oh, it's
true
just-
closet.
okay,
It's
yeah.
not very big.
Okay.
And I think the last I heard, the library was gonna try to co-facilitate their network in their network closet, so.
Okay.
Good question. Anybody else? Roll call.
Carter,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Bozarth,
Yes,
Hurt.
Yes.
New business, first reading of item A, first reading of bill number 2019-034, amending the Code of General Ordinances with adoption of January 2020 City of Boonville Personnel Manual. And there's a memo in there from Kate. So after the motion, this is the first reading, so we don't have a motion. Kate, if you would give us your thoughts on the personnel manual update, please.
Sure, so, as I said in the memo, the last time the personnel manual was in 2017, that's when it was previously updated. Every 2 to 3 years, you should probably go through your manual anyways and just make sure you're current with, state and federal policy. For some time, Teresa and I have been wanting to try to make it easier on staff to do time off and sick leave and comp time. So currently, all of our stuff is done on paper, and it's kept in a binder above Brenda's head. So if you want to take a day off and you're not sure how many days off, you have to call City Hall and say, how many days off do I have? And it's not on your pay stub. So we're trying to move all that into, so it'll be on your pay stub. We're trying to move to a monthly accrual instead of an anniversary accrual. I think that may help with some of our new staff, so I think everyone universally, when they first started and found out they only got 5 days after they'd already worked 12 months, and then they didn't get any more for a year later, was a little bit, take a deep breath and plan carefully. So we're trying to give a little more each month, so hopefully people will take it. The other thing is that, we have always had on the books a 2 times a maximum accrual policy for vacation, but we've never actually enforced it. That's something the auditors have been pushing us towards because it's becoming increasingly a liability for some of our people who have 6 months potentially of vacation and are getting closer to a retirement age. So we want to give people time. So if you read the manual, you'll note that the accrual date that it takes effect was not till 2023. So for everyone who has extra vacation, we're trying to give them plenty of time to use it, but then it will come into effect. Also, with the passing of medical marijuana in the state of Missouri, we wanted to reiterate that currently we are still testing for marijuana, and you cannot use marijuana, medical marijuana, can't and work for the city because we get federal money, so we have to remain a drug-free workplace. We expanded what smoke-free workplace means to include vaping, e-cigarettes, and chewing tobacco, and include city buildings and city vehicles. We added a section on social media, which wasn't there before, and we put in a kind of progressive disciplinary policy. And then I already touched on the time off, so we're moving everything from days. That was the other thing, everything at the city is currently in days, so you have 10 days off, 25 days off. But if you're a firefighter, you work 24 hours, so days are supposed to be 8 hours, so trying to figure out what that really equals. Police work 12 hours, so just trying to get rid of all the confusion in light of the fact that we have people who work different kinds of shifts. We're moving everything to hours, so it'll be easier to say if you take a day off and you're a firefighter, you're taking 24 hours a day off. So you just took 24 hours. We did give the fire department, we grandfathered everyone in currently, so we're not really changing anything. We're moving them to hours, but we're not changing their amount. And then for any new officers after the manual is passed, they basically have 40% more vacation and sick time than everyone else because they work 40% more hours annually. And then once we get everything migrated into our in-code system, we'll be able to put it all on their pay stub, sick time, comp time, time off, holiday. So I think that will be helpful for all of our employees.
Questions for Kate? Vanessa?
Congratulations, that's a big job, I'm sure. So is this smoke-free workplace, is that new?
It's always been a smoke-free workplace in the buildings.
Yes.
I don't know when it's been
That's been-
smoke-free as long as I've
That's-
been here.
That's been like that since '96, I believe.
We
Been
just-
smoke-free.
We just expanded it to include city vehicles, and then we expanded it to be e-cigarettes, vaping, and chewing tobacco.
So is that, and is it a certain date that starts?
It would be January 1, so it'll take into effect when the whole manual.
So you can't smoke driving a city vehicle anywhere?
Correct.
What if you're working in the middle of the park and?
The park, if you're in the park, that's different. You can smoke in the park, but you can't smoke in the
the
park
vehicle.
building.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or the private property, so for instance, if, there's a sewer crew that's on your property and they're doing some work there, they cannot smoke or chew tobacco on the person's private property.
yes, sir.
You talk about, a book above Brenda's desk where they call in. Now, is that with the approval of the department head?
Well, a lot of times they're just calling to inquire, how much time do I have? How much
Well, I
time?
mean, I hate to see the department head,
Oh,
plan something out.
no, they'll still have to have, I mean, it'll still be on there. The review and approval process for days off will be the same. It's
Okay.
just that now they'll be able to see every month what they have, and then they'll say, hey, I want to take next week off for my kid's birthday or whatever.
Okay.
That'll have to be approved by department head.
It is
It
approved.
goes back to you guys.
There's a form that they fill out. I think the foreman sometimes will approve it too, am I correct?
You might be able to get that done online. You might be able to do it on your system. So what's the difference with the fire department being grandfathered versus the rest of the?
The fire department had some interesting math. That'd be a fair statement. So, they would have lost a significant amount of vacation if we had plugged them into this system, and that was never our intention. We were never taking vacation away. We weren't giving people less vacation, so, we didn't mess with the way theirs is accrued.
So the multiplying of however long the employee for the city's been there will still go into their formula and their,
Yeah,
and nobody will lose any.
Correct.
It will just go
right.
monthly.
Yeah, you're just gonna accrue it monthly, and then no one is losing, so we'll prorate everyone up to January 1. So if you were carrying 10 days, when we prorate you on January 1, you'll already start with your 80 hours, and then you'd get 6 hours, I believe.
6 hours.
So then after February, you'd have 86, and so on and
Gotcha,
so forth.
gotcha.
So, but the fire department, like I said, their computation wasn't a direct translation to that, and we didn't want to lose we weren't trying to eliminate some of their vacations, so they're staying on the same amount of hours that they are now.
Gotcha.
But the new ones will be on just like a 40% more. And fire and police have.
The sick leave is 8 hours a month, isn't it?
Your sick leave is 12. For fire department, it's 12.
No, I mean for the general.
Yeah, 8. Fire and police have a different set of overtime amounts too, and everything is a little different for their computations.
Anything else?
I need to read the ordinance. An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending the Boonville Code of General Ordinances, Section 2-35, adopting the January 2020 City of Boonville Personnel Manual, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Thank you, Teresa. Item B, consider resolution R 2019-06, accepting and approving an agreement with MECO Engineering Company Incorporated for engineering services.
A resolution of the City of Boonville, Missouri authorizing and extending a new agreement between the City of Boonville, Missouri and MECO Engineering Incorporated for professional engineering services and providing an effective date therefore. Whereas the City of Boonville has been served by MECO Engineering for a number of years and has established a good working relationship with the firm, and whereas several of the projects are in progress and therefore continuity is appropriate strategy, and whereas, as given the status, the city desires to extend and engage MECO Engineering Incorporated as a provider of engineering services for a list of current and future needs, and the city administrator recommends executing a new 3-year agreement for services to become effective upon expiration of the current agreement on November 30th, 2019. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri as follows. Section 1, that agreement between the City of Boonville, Missouri and MECO Engineering Incorporated, a copy of which is marked Exhibit A, is attached hereto and made a part hereof, is hereby approved. Section 2, that the mayor and the city clerk are hereby authorized and to execute and attest said agreement on behalf of the City of Boonville. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage and approval, passed the 2nd day of December 2019 by the City Council of Boonville, Missouri.
Make a motion, this be approved.
Thank you, Whitney. Second? Susan, thank you. Questions, discussion? Roll call.
Carter,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Hurt.
Yes.
Reports of standing committees. Housing Authority, Morris?
Everything's moving forward. I think we had one member to resign, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later on, but, they're in good shape.
I think, yeah, got it, that's right. Excuse me. Parks and Rec was, not done, canceled. Street Alley and Sanitation Board,
Cancel.
Board of Public Works,
That meeting was canceled.
Cemetery Board, is it gonna be unanimous?
Nope. We did meet and we decided we were gonna put the grass cutting out for bids this year again and
Good,
see how that works.
good. Any questions for Henry? Okay, reports of city officials, city administrator.
Just a couple of things. One, I want to thank all of the city staff who helped get the Christmas decorations out. There's a few more things to go out, and a reminder that this weekend is the Miracle on Main Street event, so there should be lots going on downtown. And then, Scott and ML and I are meeting with Lehman Brothers, who was the contractor on our flow equalization basin, to discuss some liquidated damages. There is a potential, I guess, depending on the outcome of the meeting, that they may come here to meet with you as well, but I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Any questions? Kate? Okay, Mayor, I have two things. First, on page 24, we have two committee positions and committee appointments to approve. Betty St. John for the Housing Authority and Larry Mine, is that the correct? Miney, Transportation Development District Committee. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that it be approved.
Thank you, Morris.
Second.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Carter,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Hurt.
Yes.
Okay, so, second item is just a clarification to make sure that people don't think there's anything funny going on, but I've asked Susan Brown, and I'm asking Kate to sit down with me for about 10 minutes after the meeting. I want to discuss on the library and YMCA project. City Clerk.
I have a couple things this evening. So on Friday, November 22nd, 2019, the following city employees volunteered an hour of their time to ring the bell to benefit our community through the Salvation Army. Our 2019 bell ringers were Paula Renfro, Cole Potter, Ned Beach, Kim Gerlach, Susan Meadows, Daryl Harris, Mark Strange, Mike Oswald, Guy Kaiser, Jesse Karen, John Kaiser, Stuart Clark, Tina Glover, Chris Schubach, Kate Fiel, and myself. I want to offer my thanks to all of them. I really appreciate it. And then secondly, the candidate filing period for the April 7th, 2020 municipal election will open on Tuesday, December the 17th, 2019, from 8 a.m. to the closing date of January 21st of 2020 at 5 p.m. The offices to be filled for this upcoming election are for a 2-year term for each council representative for wards 1 through 4 for those seated on my left. Interested parties will complete a declaration of candidacy, pay a $25 filing fee with the city clerk at City Hall located at 401 Main Street in Boonville, and have their city taxes paid and all user fees current on the last day to file. A public notice of this filing period was published in the Boonville Daily News on Friday's paper, November 29th. And that's all I have.
Any questions? Okay, any miscellaneous? Morris?
Number one, I wanna pat the merchants downtown on the back. They're doing a great job of promoting downtown Boonville. They're working with the city. I think they've got already 4 to 6 events planned for next year. They got a good communication, line to let each store know exactly what's going on and where they need help, but they're doing really a good job. And the second thing is, don't forget our Christmas parade this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Everybody come out and see ho-ho, you never know what you might get.
Might make it just a mention of Jason and what he's done, leading the downtown folks. For those of us that know the downtown folks, it's a rather eclectic group, all of whom have their own directions in which to travel, and yet Jason has done a really good job getting them to communicate.
Well, he's kind of the heart of the whole organization. He's, kind of listens to ideas that they've got, helps them put advertising together, keeps them, they have filed for 501c3 now. It's been approved. They are talking about several different things. It's really, we need to get behind them and push it. It's going to benefit our city. And they're working with Katie on the Christmas lights. I've been working with them on 2nd Street. And it's just amazing how they're willing to work with us. And have got some good ideas. They meet the first Monday at 9 o'clock down to the tourism office, if anybody wants to come down. It's on each Monday, and it's very interesting.
Thanks, Morris. Appreciate that. Any questions? Is there a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Vanessa got the second. All in favor, stand up and leave. Okay.
Please.
You guys have to stay after school.
Yeah.
And this is when it's gonna